They service the city's streets, bridges, and subways. They work in libraries, schools, hospitals, social centers, and more. These people work to take care of the city. But as several hundred of New York's full-time workers allegedly don't earn enough to be able to afford a roof over their head, the question is the city doing enough to take care of them?
We have more complaints. We have more people calling the union, that they're getting their utilities cut off because they don't have the money to pay. The cost of living in the city has skyrocketed within the last few years, higher than the national level, but they never compensated our workers for it.
Joe Puleo heads New York's largest blue-collar municipal workers union, which unites about 121,000 workers, and some full-timers earn as little as $24,000 a year. Just for comparison, 51 members of the City Council of New York earn $112,500 annually, plus bonuses of up to $20,000, while New York's mayor earns annually $225,000. It turns out there's a different approach to people conducting different services to the city. For instance, if you're a police officer, a firefighter, or a sanitation worker, then your salary will actually increase depending on how long you serve the city. But if you're a park maintenance worker, your $33,000 annual salary will not increase depending on the current legislation, even though the cost of living will.
This was the gateway job to get out of poverty. The idea was you will never become rich, but then again, you will never be destitute. That's what they told you, and you'll have a pension to cover you. Now, pensions are also based on your average salary. So whatever your salary is, you essentially get half of that. So not only can people survive now, they can't survive during their retirement age.
Last September, Mayor de Blasio promised to provide a roof over the heads of all the workers in need, but they're talking about 80 people and not the hundreds that we're hearing about. Nevertheless, we tried to contact City Hall to find out if any progress has been made. They haven't replied to us so far. But still, even labor unions themselves, they say that they don't have the exact figures because many workers simply don't want to come out and admit that they've been living in their car for the past few months or at a homeless shelter. The city every day pays about $80 to house each of these workers, say at a homeless shelter, while it could make more sense to actually use that money and just increase their salaries. Igor Piskunov, RT, reporting from New York.